adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Andreas and
Andreas from Speaking Whispers.
Nice. I can't believe you found me at the holy ground of Wacken. We met last year at Bloodstock. You found me there. I think you're stalking me personally.
I don't want to take praise for that, but maybe we are.
It's possible. You wouldn't be the first. Except usually it's females. I prefer them stalking me, but bands are safer.
I don't think you get to choose your stalkers, so
No.
This is what you get. You get us.
Yeah, exactly. So, were you part of that whole crowd running into infield just to come here for an interview? Did you see that? Were you out there for that?
No. I
Oh
had
my
no
God, it was insane. Like, as you know, I do a lot of interviews.
Yeah.
In a lot of festivals. This reminded me of only one festival. It was in 1983 in the U.S. called the US Festival. There were 300,000 people, and they opened the gate, and everybody ran in like cattle, trampling each other to get to the front. And well, so I just happened to be out there. I've never been here before. I didn't do it on purpose. I happened to be out there, and this is what I saw. Maybe you could do the play-by-play on it, okay?
Yeah, we can commentate.
I'll fast forward to the good part. Let's get to the good part. Okay, here we go.
So that's when the infield open, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in the infield, but they're out there, the people that can't come in. And then there's these scary greeters over there. Okay?
All the media trying to get pictures from everyone rushing in.
Yeah, they're the scary people, and then there's like dressed up as monsters and stuff behind them.
Okay.
They're the better looking.
They're the better looking ones.
Yes. So you'll see see them?
Yeah. Oh,
they're all in costume.
Amazing.
I don't know how they're fucking in costume, man.
In 31
I live in
degrees
Florida.
as well.
It is so fucking hot out there. I was dying, and I live in that every day, and I was dying out there.
We come from an island where we hit 35, 37 all year round, and this for us is quite hot as well.
Right? Okay, so you gotta wait for it. So first they play a little bit of music.
Get everyone pumped.
You can't really hear, but then as soon as you hear Ace of Spades, you know it's on.
It's a good entrance song.
Yeah.
It is a good entrance song.
So Ace of Spades is going to come. Here it comes. Coming soon. They're all chanting out there in German. I have no fucking idea what they're saying.
What is the security doing there? Can they stop these people from rushing in?
Oh, no. They're going to let them in like cattle.
Oh, man.
Okay?
There's no way anyone's stopping that.
Yeah, they're not stopping that. I had to jump out of the way, man. Like, I was standing there doing this filming, and when they came, I had to jump out of the way. Now watch what happens. It's coming. It's coming soon.
A lot of people waiting in line, my man.
The Ace of Spades.
I think the last time I saw a line like this is when McDonald's first opened in Cyprus.
That's funny, because in the States, my ex-father-in-law, he lived in this little town called Woodstock, Virginia. Okay, it's probably smaller than Wacken, and they had a ticker tape parade when they opened the McDonald's there, because that was like the biggest thing ever to happen in town. But these people, like, they're ready to go, man, and they're chanting in German. I don't even know what they're saying.
I have to say, Wacken, good crowd, man. I mean, really good crowd.
Unbelievable what these founders did with this festival, from one little festival. And the first main... Here we go.
There you go.
It's going down.
See, they just opened and move out of the way to security.
Holy crap.
It's like... See how I had to get the hell out of the way.
I mean, they have zero regards for human life.
They would have trampled me. Like it's worse than a mosh pit. This was like
it's a run
Wall of Death 5.0. And then there's another one on the other side, and look at that. That shit smelled. Damn. That's like some sulfur shit going on. And then
calm everyone down.
Yeah, exactly. Let's knock them out before they really get crazy. And they're on the other side, it's doing the same thing. So it's like
insane.
Let me tell you something. I walked around this thing. I ain't even covered the whole thing yet. I was so freaking hot. I thought Hellfest was big till I got here.
Dude, this is massive.
I mean,
crazy.
I couldn't believe it.
And I mean, you can even see it on the smaller stages, like on the wet stage and on the headbanger stage where we played.
I don't even know where those are
It
yet.
was the same thing, man. Like as soon as they opened the gates and they let people in, they poured in. It was crazy.
That's the thing. I think there's so much people attending this festival that every single stage, big, small, regardless, it gets a good crowd because it's just so massive.
I'm just so impressed that these people that founded this festival started with probably not even the size of this press tent,
Yeah.
and built this massive thing that the whole world knows about. Like everybody I know in the States knows about Wacken
It's
and
an
the Holy
institution.
Ground.
It's the Holy Grounds, man.
Going on for 35 years, man.
Yes.
Crazy.
35th anniversary. Can you believe that?
crazy, man.
And I think they told me this was the first like metal festival, true metal festival in Europe.
Probably, yeah. I mean, I didn't Google that, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. I mean, did you see that there's like an area for the veterans only? So there's people that have been
Oh, I
coming
love
since the
that.
1990s, and they get this special spot where they're allowed to
I love
barbecue,
that.
and it's their own like VIP veteran section. It's got a sign saying veteran section, and it's for everyone who believed in this from the very start. And I think that's like golden because you're giving people something back. It's like you believed in us, now you get special treatment, and I think that's glorious. That's beautiful.
Totally, 100%. And did you walk through Wacken Village? No. Oh, you got to check that out too. It's cool. You go back there. First of all, that's where all the gourmet food and shit is.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's the good food. But you have like these little villages. It looks like ancient villages with tents and like it's like it's something to see for sure.
It's never ending, man. I got lost like 3 times today. It's just insanely huge.
Listen, I was not feeling confident when I drove in that I was going to ever find the press tent, okay? 'Cause I had no clue where it was, and most people didn't either, because usually at festivals, none of the people at work know where the press tent is because that's supposed to be like secret.
Secret, yeah.
It's
Keep it
not
on the
even
low.
on the map.
Yeah.
Okay? But oh my God, like it's just I'm glad I came to the Holy Ground, and it was some serious travel to get here. Like I didn't sleep for 24 hours, 3 planes,
Imagine, man.
and I had layovers that were so close on both layovers that at opposite ends of the airport that I was like running through the airport. If you ever watched, you might not have, but used to be before, he got caught being stupid. O.J. Simpson used to do the Hertz commercials. He's running through the airport.
I've seen those actually.
I was renting from Hertz here in Hamburg. I had to run through 2 airports just like O.J. Simpson with like a 50-pound backpack on my back, and I barely made it. Like the first stop was Atlanta, and that's a huge airport. Like you have to take a train to the other side of the airport. And then I got to Amsterdam, which I go to Amsterdam a lot. I forgot how big that airport is.
It's massive. It's a giant
until I
shopping
had
mall.
to catch my layover flight. And it was the opposite end. I thought it was going to never end. And literally as I got up there, the last bus to the plane was leaving. And I was like, oh my God, I made it. But see, that's proof of the Holy Ground of Wacken made sure I got here.
Like your story before, like if the shuttle didn't come pick us up from our tents to take us to where we were supposed to play the backstage, there was no way, because those, like you said, those things are not on the map.
No.
So you open the application, you go on the map. Obviously, it's not available for everyone. So there was going to be no way we would have found the way to get there by ourselves if nobody would drive us there.
I'm going to prove your point. My first interview today, I was worried about I was going to be late trying to find it. They were late. They were like 30 minutes late, maybe more. Why? Because when they reached out to me to try to find out where I am, they were at the wet stage. I don't know how far that is, but I know it's far.
I think it's pretty far, yeah.
Okay?
We came here by shuttle.
Yeah.
From the west station.
I don't know how they got here, but all I know was they had to do some work to make this interview. Maybe if I was the artist, I would have been, fuck it.
No, I think everything is worth for a conversation with the Pipeman, man.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
everything's worth
but
it.
I love that you say that. Like, that's what does it for me. Not everything else. When artists tell me how much fun it is, because fuck, if I were an artist with so many interviews I hear, I'd want to slit my throat, to be honest.
No.
Not here, though. But other festivals that have influencers as interviewers.
Yeah, but that's different. You're an interviewer.
Exactly.
Like a radio guy.
Well, that's what I am.
Yeah.
You know, and these influencers, God bless them, but it's all about me. It's all about you. Like, my job is to make you look good. Some harder than others to do with. Okay? But, you know why it's hard for others than me is because you got to find out what people want to talk about.
Yeah.
Don't talk about what you want to talk about. You don't give a shit what I want to know. You give a shit about what you want the audience to know about you.
And to avoid I mean, sure, people want to know some kind of history of the band, but those are available everywhere. And
You
we've
can
said
look
those.
that. You could Google that.
You could Google
I
that.
ask Alexa that.
Yeah.
We're not here to narrate Wikipedia or something. Yeah.
I always used to say that at festivals is like, I'd say two things. One is, I'm not going to ask any stupid questions like how you get your band name. Two is, I'm not going to ask you anything out of Wikipedia unless I know it's bullshit, because then we could dispute it and make fun of it. But other than that, like, why do people ask questions that have already been answered that you as artists have to answer 10 million times? Like,
And also a conversation like this, you actually get to know who I am more than learning about where Speaking Whispers comes from.
Exactly.
You get to know me as a person and Andreas as a person, the way we talk, the way we converse with you.
Exactly. And you know, I want to know, when you grew up, where did you grow up and what did you do for fun?
Oh, what did you do for fun, Andreas?
No, well, I mean, we grew up together. Me and him, we've been like friends since like 2-3 years old. And
That's freaking cool
we've
as hell.
started our music journey together. Our first band was together since when we were like 12, 13 years old. And since then we've been in the same projects like continuously until we've reached this point where we've made something that's serious, and we found other musicians that match our vibe and our wavelength. And yeah, we're here.
So my question to you is, knowing each other as long as you do, did you have to do like James and Lars and go to therapy and make what people think is a crappy album just to get back and get friendly again?
Not yet.
I actually like Saint Anger. Like, everybody hates on it.
It's great
I actually
songwriting.
like
It's just that fucking snare, man.
Like the drum thing. But like, I love Invisible Kid, and
Some Kind of Monster. Those are good songs.
I love Frantic. That's my favorite on
that
the
one's
album.
great.
Now that's classic Metallica. But yeah, what the hell did he do with his snare?
I have no idea. It just sounds like a keg, like a beer keg.
Yeah, it's like boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
it's a bit
boom.
weird. It's a weird creative choice. I mean,
It's different.
yeah, I can judge. I mean, I'm not Metallica. I mean, they're where they are, so they probably did what they thought was best.
I
at the
can
time,
judge. I
but-
was at their first show ever,
Okay.
so you know.
Well, you can then. Yeah.
I had to go through all their bullshit. The Black Album, Saint Anger. Like, it is.
Lulu.
It is funny though when I like the Black Album now, but when the Black Album came out, me and my friends that were the like first 25 fans that went to all their shows religiously were like, fucking poser sellouts.
But it grows on you.
Listen, Nothing Else Matters is one of my favorite songs ever, and that's like a mellow song, but it's really good. And James digs deep in that song.
Yeah, and
he
I
didn't
think-
even want that to be a song.
I think it's also like, I can imagine like for someone growing up and going through Kill 'Em All and Ride the Lightning, that hits different. But you know, as the years go by and then you listen to that, you're like, it's still Metallica though. I mean, it's still the continuation of what it was before. It's just obviously people grow, you change, you experiment. Some things backfire with the fans, some things don't. Some things you go back to after 20 years and you're like, actually that shit's good. You never know what's going to hit the fans, especially if you have core fans like Metallica do. But you know, I think a good band should always investigate new paths, new creative paths. Because if you just sound the same for every single album, then yeah, the fans might love it because they're like, yeah, they have their sound, but then you get sick of it.
Well, yeah, I say that all the time. Like, I heard Ollie say in an interview when they were giving him all that shit for changing up how Bring Me the Horizon sounds. He's like, why do I have to want to write the same song and the same record over and over again?
Yeah, man.
And I agree with that. If you're an artist, you want, first of all, you want to grow in your craft. Second of all, like, you want to experiment and do other things as you go along, because otherwise, yeah, you're bored.
And especially for bands that are like 10 years plus of being a band, like, you grow as a person, you change, and you cannot put a recipe in your songwriting. It has to come from somewhere deep. If it's, I mean, especially in this kind of music, if you're fake, the fans can tell.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets stale. So
Totally.
you have to keep
And you're not
evolving.
going to write the same shit as you're 15 or 16.
yeah.
Like, perfect example, Joe from the Vandals. I've interviewed him a couple times. We became friendly. He knew there was one question I wouldn't ask that every media person asked, so he brought it up in the interview. And he goes, and don't ask me when the Vandals are writing new music. Nobody wants a 50-year-old writing punk rock songs. And like, although some people would argue with that, the point he's making is the whole point of punk rock was you're this angry teenager against the system, against the government, against everything, and you may not think that way at 50.
Yeah. The thing is, I agree with that, and like, I don't think that because a band is still active and they're hitting 60, maybe even some of them do, you don't necessarily need to write new music. People are your fans for what you've done. So if you hit like a creative block where you're like, okay, I'm too old to even think about writing music, or I'm not inspired anymore, just play what you've done already. I don't think people mind.
No.
I mean, yeah, you've worked your ass for 40 years.
How many
Capitalize on it, man.
many bands do that? Like, when's the last time certain bands put out an album? You know?
Yeah, there's no need after a certain, for me. I mean, I don't know how
Some
they
people
feel.
don't want to hear the new shit.
Yeah.
You know, like, they like what they like, play the hits, that's what they want.
I mean, if you're at that age and you're still playing, that means you've reached a legendary status for
No doubt.
most of the people. So there's no need to put out anything new.
Unless your creative juices are still flowing like you were 20 years old. I mean,
And I do think 72 Seasons was a good album. I
Yeah.
think Hardwired...
that was a great comeback
When
for me.
I first heard Hardwired, that song, I'm like, that's Kill 'Em All Metallica.
That's the thing. Their creative juices came back. You're gonna hit a writer's block. That's fine. Everybody, it happens to everyone, and in all kinds of industries, not just music. You know, films, writers, television series. Some people sometimes you hit a block where you're like, damn it, I can't think of anything good. Take a pause.
Or you're so stuck in the pattern. Like, I've experienced that because there's certain things I used to do in interviews I don't really do so much anymore because there's a couple reasons. One is I'm like, well, what if people are listening to these interviews and they just hear me saying the same shit? Second is, like, I've interviewed so many bands so many times now, I get worried that I say the same stuff with the same band and they recognize it. You know, so you got to change it up so that doesn't happen.
Yeah. But I have a question for you now.
Yeah.
Doesn't the person
You can interview me.
Oh, yeah, I'm interviewing Pipeman now.
There you go.
So don't you sort of react to whoever's in front of you though? So
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the interview can never be the same.
And I do more than just react to what you say. If you've noticed, I look at eye movements, I look at body movements, I look at tattoos even. I pick shit out that I know they're going to want to talk about. You know, like with tattoos, when you pick out one of their cool ones, they always are like they're smiling that you're talking about that because they have some thing about it.
There's
and
a
then
story
they tell
behind
you
it.
the story. So what I've been thinking the whole time is, what was wrong with that tattoo that got removed?
It wasn't removed, just unfinished. I'm one of those guys
like
that-
it looks like somebody did laser to remove it and they're
Yeah.
not done.
It's a really old tattoo, but you know, I'm one of those guys that I can never finish anything. I just keep starting new shit, and I'm trying to finish everything all at once, and then everything gets left like unfinished.
So which of the tattoos do you really like? Oh my God,
No,
why did I
um,
fucking do that?
My my favorite is my front piece. The one
Okay.
I have because I'm like.
Oh, that's badass. You should have been standing out there when the crowd was coming in with your shirt up, like you'd look like the other ones.
Under this sun, no man.
But that's why we keep him topless on stage.
See, there you go. Like, and people are probably like focused on that. They're like, "Oh, is he evil? I don't know."
I mean, it gives a bit of a menacing presence, doesn't it?
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, it's good to look evil on stage. So that's why we dress him up when he's off stage, so people are not scared.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And it's also, it's kind of like, you know, Gwar. I've interviewed them a few times with and without their costumes. I've told them literally straight out, put the costume back on, you look a lot better.
That's what you expect to see, right?
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, even though I'm doing an audio interview, I'm interviewing Heavy Saurus. And
Yeah,
they
brilliant.
email me, because it's in the audio, they're like, well, we dress up in as dinosaurs. I'm like, well, fucking bring it on. I can paint the picture. They don't, radio is, theater of the mind. You create the visual, okay? And then it's actually cooler than when they actually see it, because, listen, you look at some of the stuff that some of the top radio people did if they do video that are like shock jocks. It ain't funny when you can see what they're doing. Like I used to do bits on my show before we did video, like where I would go pretend that I went and picked up off the turnpike in Florida one of the homeless people with the cardboard signs and brought them in the studio to interview them. And then I would play both roles. Like I would interview and then I would answer. Nobody knew. But if you have video on, they're gonna know. Yeah. So paint the visual.
Ruins the magic.
I'm gonna paint them as scarier dinosaurs than they are. They'll
They are
probably
kinda cute,
come
though.
up looking like lovable dinosaurs. I'm gonna paint them like they're gonna eat my freaking head off.
And sometimes that's better, man. It's like when you're reading a book and you can picture in your mind what all the things describing is.
Yeah.
And then you can see maybe if that book gets made into a movie. Then
Nobody likes the movie when they read the book first.
because
Except Lord of the Rings.
you're
That's true.
building the lore in your mind, and then you always get disappointed.
Yeah, because you're allowed to let your imagination
Exactly,
go.
yeah.
And that's key, So I have a very important question. How come your gauge is bigger than his?
You mean the ear gauge?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying harder.
Okay, there you go.
He is definitely
the
trying
right
harder.
answer would have been because I'm bigger, and I don't mean height-wise.
Hell yeah. I stopped at one point because it is kind of fucking painful. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to give it a break now because I've had enough of pain.
I only had one piercing, my left ear, and it was a girl. It's always a girl. And I was a teenager, and she goes, let me pierce your ear. I wanted to bang her, so I'm like, okay. And she took her earring out of her ear and the potato. And that was it. She put the potato behind my ear and went, you know what, though? I can still slip an earring in it, and I haven't worn one since I'm like 18. She did a good job. Fuck going to these piercing places. Just do it yourself, unless it's your nose. My daughter found that out real quick.
Yeah.
My youngest daughter, she asked to get a nose piercing. I thought she was too young to do it yet, so I said no.
She does it by herself. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it gets better. I'm sitting in my bedroom, and one day, she comes in my bedroom crying, and I can see the nose ring halfway in. And she's like, yeah, I tried to do it myself, and now it won't go through, and it's stuck. And then I'm like, okay, I'm taking you to a professional now. Because at this point, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Might as well do it the right fucking way.
Can't beat him, join him, right?
Yeah, listen, funny story about my earring. I'm a Jew. Want to talk about how stupid teenagers are? I had long hair, and I had a dangling upside-down cross. My hair used to cover it all the time. One day, it's in California, Santa Ana winds, which are really strong winds, pushed my hair behind my ear, and my dad saw it. And he was pissed, because I even asked him about getting it pierced first, and he was like, over my dead body. now I'm wearing an upside down cross, which he doesn't know there's a difference between an upside down and a right side up. So he starts yelling at me, and I said, dead serious, I wasn't even joking, but Dad, it's an upside down cross. It's not about Jesus or Christianity. I'm not going against my religion. It's about Satan.
That's much better.
Yes, saved it.
Right?
Totally saved
Well,
it.
because Jews don't believe in Satan anyway, so I'm thinking, that'll work.
Yeah. No, great save, man. Great
I
save.
know, right?
Yeah,
You know?
amazing.
And then I did other stupid stuff, like I used to take fish swivels and hang them down the length of my hair. I would put anything in that fucking
I
ear.
used to do the same, like, because there's mandatory military service in Cyprus, and I had a lot of piercings young, and obviously I didn't want to take them out for 2 years because then I would have to redo them. So I do the fishing line, which is like see-through. So I just spent 2 years with like lines of fishing line in my ears, just trying to get by the military service without losing my piercings.
I'll go a step further. My son-in-law, he had a gauge, and he would join the military. He basically took something and ripped up his ear so it would heal back together.
Oh,
So he tortured himself to get it closed, and that was the only way to do it. And then he got into the military.
that is fucked up.
Me, on the other hand, when it was time to join the military, I'm like, I'm not fucking cutting my hair. Bye. That was my reason for not joining the military, because I didn't want to cut my hair.
That's how you know you're hardcore enough for the U.S. military, though. Like if you went into the trouble to cut your own ear off just to
Right?
get into the military, then I mean you can do anything.
Exactly. Okay, so I have to ask you a question, by the way. And it's like one of those stupid things that people, like, you get annoyed by. But, so I have to ask you.
Yeah,
You're in Greece.
Cyprus.
Okay,
but we
close.
speak in Greek. Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah, very close.
Okay. So, do you know Andre Legoux? I'm doing this because, like, people do that to me. Oh, you're in Florida. Do you know so-and-so? Do you know that it takes me 12 hours to drive my daughter's house on the opposite side of
How
Florida?
surprised would you be if I actually knew her, though?
That would be funny.
That would be
she is an
fucking
artist,
funny.
though. And I would have laughed. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
I mean, that would have been good if. Oh yeah, maybe I do know her.
And I
actually.
did that on purpose because most Americans wouldn't be able to tell the difference between Cyprus and Greece.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably yeah, Americans don't really know geography, but especially
why
about
I'm
Europe.
point.
They know their own thing. They know the 51 states. 50?
No, it's 50,
It's
but
50?
we have Puerto Rico too. It's not officially a state.
Okay.
It's just someplace we own.
Yeah, that's like
Other places.
like a holiday
we own.
home.
We never leave anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay? We go, we stay forever, and we take ownership, including this country. Like, what the fuck? We got bases all over this country.
Well, you own half of it at one point.
Yeah, exactly. Both of my kids were stationed in Germany at one point, you know? And I'm like, it's kind of weird. Like, that these people let us be here, you know, with our military.
Same in Cyprus. I mean, because we were under British rule, and then they left in 1959, but they still have 2 military bases. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh, if you own something, then on your way out, I'll just keep a little part for myself.
One time, I was driving, my daughter was stationed in Baumholder, which is this little old German town, like nobody would ever know in America where that is, and unless they were military. And as I was driving there, I still had a ways to go, and I needed gas bad, and I was in the middle of nowhere. So I hit the GPS, and it directs me to a gas station. The gas station it directed me to was on base in Ramstein. And I was like, I did drive up, and they're like, but it says the gas station's here. I need gas. Yeah, like they were not happy with me trying to drive up to the gate. You know, I'm American, let me
You're
in.
an American, yeah.
I'm American, let me in. No, it's the same as when I go home from here. I can't get into my own country. It's so fucked up right now. Like the last time, which was only last month, I had to go back home. It's funny, we keep talking about immigration, okay? But all the people that were non-citizens went to the front of the line and walked right in. I had to sit on a line for 2 hours. And then they asked me 10 million questions. Why are you here? Well, look at my license. I live here. Okay? But what are you doing here? Going home? Like, are you fucking serious? You're asking me. Like, it's kind of fucked up right now. I don't even know what we're doing over there. Okay? That's why I'm so happy every time I have to leave. And when I get home, I'm there for like 30 seconds. I'm like, get me back out of here. I spend like half the year not living there because
You should move to Europe, man.
Believe me,
We would love to have you over.
I'm already. It's already on my radar. I come here for like on the off season of the festivals. I'm kind of an idiot. I live in Florida where all the snowbirds go. I live there during the hot time, and during winter I leave and go live in the Netherlands for 2 months, and then Denmark, where it's freezing.
So you experience bad weather all year round.
Yeah, exactly. Because then I'm going like during the summer to the UK that has bipolar weather. I would love living in the UK, but I don't need anything else bipolar in my life, especially weather. Okay, Bloodstock. Listen. I have to put my hoodie on for one interview, take it off for the next interview, put it back on, experience all 4 seasons in 1 hour. I hate having to pack to go to the UK because I pack for winter and summer.
Like everything.
And then even going to a festival, I pack in my bag. I'll wear shorts or jeans depending on how it starts out, put the other in my bag, put a thermal in my bag.
Ski boots.
Hoodie in my bag. Always... Listen, over there, like Download especially, always have to have 2 pairs of shoes with you.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of times I come over this direction and I'm getting rid of 1 pair, at least. When I did Grass Pop, I literally ran out of 3 pairs. I had 3 pairs.
Is it 2 years ago? I wasn't at that Grass Pop. I lost a shoe.
I lost 3 pairs.
You lost 3?
I found this store and bought a pair. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta buy a pair. Luckily, there was a store and
Yes, I got
the
like
big
the welly boots.
warehouse,
Yeah.
the big warehouse place. I'm like, I still have those boots now. I mean, those shoes now. I actually like them, but it was like I would never bought them. I don't even know the brand. Like it.
I didn't care at that point. I was just walking,
No.
and my like foot got stuck in mud, and then I tried to pull it out, and I was like, I have no shoe on.
I'll tell you what, too. Like my psychic power was working overtime because last year I was going to apply for Wacken, and I decided not to.
And
Look
mud
what
fest.
happened.
Yeah.
I remember watching it and going, oh, thank God I didn't go because that would have sucked. And this place is too freaking big to deal with that. I've been at festivals in the state where literally I was knee deep in mud, like that bad, and I pull my foot out and my shoe didn't come with it. That was the last time we did. There were 2 festivals we did there. They moved a venue after that because it used to happen every year. One festival, half of it got canceled, the other one completely. And it was the year, you ready for this? It was the year Slayer came back and they were headlining. Now, I'm like, fuck me. What? Like, I'm hanging out like, no, I want to see Slayer. Fucking open this festival back up, man. Like, what kind of metal shit is that? You're going to close it down by a little, mud holes and shit? Come on.
Embrace it.
Download, I almost fucked myself up pretty bad this year because we got evacuated from Download. I've been getting evacuated like so many times this year, I can't even stand it. I did Rockville in Florida, evacuated 3 out of 4 days. I had 42 interviews scheduled, 14 got canceled. Couple of them in the middle. The best was, do you know the band Psycho Stick?
Yeah.
Okay. We got the code red during that interview. That was the funniest shit ever. They just started freaking out. And they're like, ah, and we didn't leave. Like, they're telling us to leave, and we're not leaving. We're not leaving. And they're like, they were so fucking funny. And we did finish the interview.
They're amazing. I mean, their music is hilarious, man.
The only thing that would have made it better is these mics are, they're metal. If while we were sitting there, the lightning came down, struck both mics. That would have been better if we were interviewing Metallica, though, for Ride the Lightning.
Oh, yeah. And if someone was there just to snap a picture.
Yeah. Okay, and so now I want your opinion.
Yeah.
So the guy that heads this band on my shirt, who I met the first Metallica show ever, when he was actually in Metallica, he always talks about how he wrote Ride the Lightning. And he put it on the final album. Do you like Metallica's version better? Do you like Metallica's Dave Mustaine version better? Or do you like Dave Mustaine's Megadeth version better?
I think that it's a great, like, complete the cycle kind of moment.
Yeah, totally.
Because that's the beginning of his career and the end of his career.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't want to go through the whole dispute of the Metallica and Mustaine situation because
that's been played out too many times.
Yeah, exactly. I think that both versions have an equal gravity in the history of metal itself. I know obviously it's not the end of metal that Dave Mustaine is retiring, but he has been a huge part of it, and I think this was a great finish for his career. I loved it as a sentiment. I do think, obviously, that he's past his prime vocally, obviously, but I mean, I'm not going to judge that. The sentiment behind it is
the throat cancer, personally.
Yeah, of course.
I think it killed him. But he never knew how to sing anyway. I'm not even saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that because one of my best friends is Dan Spitz, original guitarist for Anthrax, and he was friends with Dave. And when Dave got kicked out of Metallica, he said that Dave said, "I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how to sing." And Dan told him, don't sing, talk. Now, you listen to Megadeth, what does he do? He talk sings,
But I mean, it's a tough thing to be compared with James. Like,
exactly.
James he's one of the best that ever did this. At least in my personal opinion.
And now I have a trivia question for you. What does he do that makes him the best, fastest down picker ever?
I think, I saw an interview that it's the way he holds
three finger hold. Yeah.
Makes so much sense because I remember when I was playing guitar doing like this, I kept dropping the pick. But with that, you have it tight. And you can put some serious.
Yeah, but even with that, man, you can never match the speed and the precision he does.
Even after what happened to his arm.
Yeah, man.
Like, mad props for James after that happening and still killing it on the guitar like that.
And if you listen to there's like a lot of isolated guitar tracks from early albums, and he triple tracked everything, so left, right, center guitars. And they all sound identical, and it's tape. It's not edited. He recorded it, and you hear it back, and you're like, "Holy shit! This man can do what everyone now does with editing. He could just power through it."
What's interesting about James is in the beginning, when Mustaine was in the band, he hid in the back. He was not a front man, even though he was the front man. He was like really shy, and he didn't come into his own till after Mustaine was out of the band. I think Metallica would never survive with Mustaine in the band, not because of any talent. 3 people with that much ego,
clashing,
just never gonna work.
And also, if you look at the outcome, instead of having one band out of the big 4, you ended up with 2.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's good for everyone.
Exactly, and it's like another song to compare Mechanics to Four Horsemen. Mechanics was the original version. I like both. They're both cool. I think I like the lyrics better in Four Horsemen than Mechanics. But, I mean, they're like 2 different songs, even though they're the same song.
We got 2 great thrash bands out of it. So much metal history out of it. And I think despite of how it happened, which was obviously bitter and sad, I think the end result was...
It had to happen.
Yeah,
it had to happen. But I do say that, back then their name was Alcoholica. So you must be a real bad alcoholic to get kicked out for alcohol in Alcoholica. Like, I think about that all the time because I used to be at those parties with them. And it was pretty out of control. But it was the 80s. We don't have proof. No social media, no phones, no internet. Thank God there's no proof that I was in the 80s. Okay? Because it's not good. Okay? And, that's what, I forgot to bring it with me today. That's what I should pull out right now. Are you going to be here all weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I can show you something on my phone. I don't know if I pulled this out at Bloodstock for you.
No, I think we had a very, very different conversation.
Yeah. So, I'm going to show you my battle vest from the 80s.
Cool.
It was before these pre-made ones, like you had to do it yourself.
Do you still have it like back at home?
I have it at the hotel. I use it
wow.
sometimes in interviews. I think I didn't bring it today because there was nobody that I was interviewing that would get as into it. Like I don't use it all the time. But I'll tell you who really geeked out about it, and I'll show you. Winston from Parkway Drive.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He totally geeked out about it. Like the whole interview ended up him just going over my battle vest, and there it is. And you can see the wars it's been in.
It's practically white. Like from the years of like washing and everything.
I never washed it.
You never washed it? That's old sun.
It's got blood on it. The patches are ripped up. Like when I knocked out my teeth.
Fall apart.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to fuck with it. Look at it. He's going to pull it up. Look at that. That you could tell. Like, if anybody wants to not believe I've been in mosh pits, look at my fucking battle vest.
Patch you had on the left side, is that one of the original Master of Puppets one? I think
it's before Master. It's a jump in the fire one.
Oh, dude.
Just like he was freaking out. He's like, I've never seen a logo like that. They never did devil shit. It wasn't devil shit, it was jump in the fire. You know, and Slayer didn't even have a patch yet, so I bought velvet lettering and ironed it on. And people in LA thought I was a gangbanger, and that was my gang name.
It wasn't the Master of Puppets one.
No. This is before Master of Puppets even came out. This is like right as Kill 'Em All came out. Some of it before. Like I drew on there. You'll have to come back and see me over the weekend. I'll bring it in.
That should be in some kind of a Hall of Fame, man.
I'm telling you. And dude, I drew all the logos on there. And there's like punk, metal, like there's bands that don't even exist on there anymore. Exodus, the original Exodus logo I drew on there, not the one you know of, the original one when Kirk was in the band.
Nice, man.
And how about that? Kirk has his own band, and he leaves his own band to join Metallica. He had to know something.
Yeah, but didn't it work out better for both, I think?
It did.
For
but
Exodus
he
as
had
well?
to know something. But I do know that for a fact because they all, all the bands, that group, they all knew Metallica was something special and was going to go somewhere they weren't going to go. They all knew it. So, and that's from their own mouths, even now. So maybe that's why he did it, and then just, it's so weird. I saw him with Bob McGovney before Cliff Burton, and so it's so weird to me how it all transpired. It's like they manufactured the perfect band is what they did,
They were kids.
And Kirk, they brought in Kirk balanced because he didn't have ego. Like Dave had too much ego. Kirk was like, yeah, I'll go along with Lars and James. I'm cool with that, And so that's like you guys. You guys are the James and Lars.
You can't have egos clashing in a band.
No.
I mean, James and Lars, they both have big egos, but for some weird reason, they're not clashing. They have
Like
their
one
own,
mind.
Yeah,
They
they have
have
their own side of who's in charge of what.
But
And all that.
there was a time in the 80s that there was talk of kicking Lars out of the band.
Okay.
For real.
All right.
That really happened.
Like for us, obviously we're a tiny speck in the metal industry right now.
That's today.
Yeah.
But after your Wacken performance,
Let's hope this.
now, you're going to be like the biggest band on the planet.
I mean, we do hope we have a career in this, but I think there's still like a part of us that we're proud of what we're doing. Don't get me wrong, but there's a little a thing back of our head saying, "Calm down. You've got so much work to do, and you need to work harder, and you need to keep working." So our motto is to always just work hard. Let's hope at some point that we're big enough that we can have egos. But yeah, that's.
Well, which comes first, the ego or the big, like the chicken or the egg?
I think this is a great question actually, because I think if your ego comes before you actually make it, that's a bad thing. But if your ego comes because you've actually accomplished something, then you're kind of justified, right? I mean, you've done it.
Yeah, exactly.
like-
and
it's
you're
like-
usually not a dick about it.
Yeah.
You know, ego is something people tolerate because your art is good, your music is good. If you have the ego and you don't have the music, then there's no reason for people to tolerate the ego.
Exactly. And you know what I find? So I have 3 tiers for bands I interview. There's the icons, there's the new bands, and there's the ones in the middle that either they didn't make it up there, but they're not down there, or they had one hit 20 years ago and they're still like living in that world. Okay? The icons, they're cool as shit because they have no clue they're icons. That's why they're icons, because they're all about the music. They weren't about becoming a rock star. They were just about the music. The new bands, you know, they're rising, they want promo, they're cool. They don't have any ego yet. It's those middle ones that have the attitude, like I'm God's gift to music. And sorry you're not.
Yeah, man, the status and the ego should be a byproduct of the music, not the other way around.
Yeah, it's kind of like I like to compare how Americans are. There's wealthy Americans that live on farms with rusty pickup trucks and wear overalls and you'd never know they're multimillionaires.
Yeah.
Then there's the others that wear $5,000 suits, drive a Ferrari, and they can't afford to pay their rent on their apartment. Status. And that's big in Florida.
Is that saying where if someone's a millionaire, they'll let you know, but if they're a billionaire, you'll never know?
Except for the guy that acts like he's a billionaire but just goes bankrupt all the time. I refer to him as Resident Rump.
I'm going to steal that one. That's great.
Right? Yeah. You know, and I can't get in trouble by AI trying to go through my podcast, finding, you know, somebody making fun of them. You know, like the AI won't pick that up. You know, and it fits perfectly. And, you know, I shouldn't be saying shit because he lives like 15 minutes from me. I have to pass him to get to my studio.
Yeah, that's surreal.
I salute him, though, every time I pass the studio. It's not like this guy's salute, though.
It's the good kind.
Yeah.
Let's just call it the good kind.
It's the kind, like at least Ronald Reagan, when he went to Iran and did a speech and did one of these, which means the same thing as the sign that I give when I'm going by, he acted stupid. So he insulted all of Iran, all the regime, not the people, but the regime. But he always did that. So he had a smile on her face and everybody's clapping. Meanwhile, he's telling the Ayatollah, you know, go fuck yourself. But here we are again.
Yeah. Here we are again, exactly.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Like, maybe it's true, you can write the same music all this years later, because all you have to do is take songs from the 80s, substitute the names, and it still applies. What the fuck is wrong with us humans?
Yeah, it's kind of sad. The thing is, you know, by the teachers in schools that say, learn from history, don't repeat it, and yet we end up doing the same thing over and over
History
again.
always repeats itself.
It does.
Okay, this is gonna blow your mind. So, the Spanish flu, the original pandemic, came out the same time as this pandemic 100 years before. If you read the newspapers from then, same thing. Everything that happened and everything in the media was the same. What happened after the pandemic? The Roaring 20s. That's kind of what we're experiencing now because all the rich people are getting much richer. What came after that, though, is what's scary. You know what came after the Roaring 20s, right?
Well,
the Great Depression.
Oh, yeah, the Great Depression, yeah.
And, you know, like, the way economies are going now, inflation and all that, guess where we're heading?
Yeah, I guess we have to prove the Great Depression wrong. It wasn't that great. We'll prove them what's great.
Did I tell
With
you?
a better depression.
Right. Did I tell you at Bloodstock my cure for all the world's problems?
Go for it. No, I don't think you have.
Okay, so it could be Wacken, but one music festival that the whole world is required to attend, except the political leaders, They won't get a wristband. Security won't let them in. And we just have one big wall of death and mosh pit and work out all our shit. Because listen, the mosh pit...
Sort of like The Purge, but with music.
And not even hurting anybody, because we don't really hurt people in the mosh pit.
Of course not, man.
But we get all our shit out. Like, I can't tell you how many people on the streets I knew that they are safe now because I went into mosh pits and didn't kick the shit out of them.
We used to be a house band for a venue back in our hometown in Larnaca, and we did this monthly shows where we also played originals and did covers, where we called it like Angry Music Therapy Session.
Yeah.
So it's like, come here, mosh, headbang, go home. You know,
it's the greatest therapy.
Get all your anger out. Obviously, like I said, nobody gets hurt. Someone's on the floor, you pick him up, but you get all your shit out, and then you're a calm person again.
Exactly.
A functioning person.
That's why instead of arguing, picking sides, attacking, name calling, go in the pit, work your shit out, and then we could all hug each other. Because what happens at the end? All these tough dudes are hugging each other after just moshing. It's the solution. Fuck the guns, fuck the wars, fuck the political leaders, fuck all the bullshit. Let's take over with one big wall of death and mosh pit, and that's it.
I think we should start a campaign, Mosh for Peace. I mean, I'm down. I'm your first supporter, man.
I'm in for it, you know. And you know what? Now that I've been to the Holy Ground, now I know where I want this festival, because I don't think there's any other festival that's big enough to hold it.
Yeah, we may need to expand it a little bit for 8 billion people, but sure.
That's no big deal.
No big deal.
Well, there is one festival in Austria that is free. You know that one?
Yeah,
and it gets like 1 million people or some shit like that.
I think the biggest free rock festival in Europe, it's Poland Rock in Poland. Free festival as well. Over 1 million, like 1.5 sometimes.
There it is.
Crazy, man.
I'm calling them up.
Call them up.
We could have multiple. We could have one in Poland, one in Austria, and one in Germany.
Well, I'm sure if we get all the people in the world, that's going to be, they're going to unite. It's going to be one ground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know how
you
you're out in the
from
pit
one stage to the
and
other.
there's like 4 pits and then it all turns into one?
Yeah.
So we could have a mosh pit through 3 countries.
Yeah.
Like one big circle pit through all the borders.
And instead of shuttles, we're going to have like flights from one stage to the other.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
There
Rage
you go.
Against the Machine are playing. Oh, yeah, catch the flight at 8.
Exactly. There you go. We got to make this happen.
I'm with you, man. Hit me up.
I really wish he was a better person. We could have him spend all our U.S. taxpayer money on that instead of renaming the airport where I live.
Well, there's a trillionaire, I think, in your country. Maybe we can ask him.
Yeah, but he's a fucking asshole. Okay? I'm not talking to him at all. I think I'd rather talk to President Rump before Elon Putz. Anyway, what are you going to do? So, how are you going to top Wacken now as a band? How you top this?
By coming back at a bigger stage, I think.
There it is.
I think that's the. I mean, there's definitely more festivals that we want to go. I mean, big or small. I mean, we want to hit them all. Like Pokemon. Catch them all.
Yeah. You could play. There's another thing we could do. You could play Pokeball. That's what it is, right? Where you go all over, and you find the Pokemon in all the different festivals at the different areas.
Yeah.
Like, my son annoyed me. As a grown adult in his 30s, we're driving around Germany, and he's stopping everywhere to find these stupid Pokemon. I'm like, do that on your own fucking time. I want to get over there.
But did he find any?
Yeah. Then we'd have to stop somewhere stupid, and I'm like, dude, I need to get to Wacken. Stop already.
Fun ride here, though.
Yeah, well, there you go. Exactly. So what else do you want to tell them about your band? Because we hardly even talked about that.
Yeah, I'm sure you can catch our show that we just had here at Wacken. It's going to be on the official live stream. They're probably going to post it on Wacken TV at some point.
Or get yourself a DeLorean and go back
in time.
Back in time
also
to see the set.
Great option. Follow us on social media. We are working on our album right now. We're going to hit the studio when we go back. Hopefully, we're going to have it done by, I'm going to say, early next year. Probably hit some festivals, summer festivals next year. If things go well, we might hit a town near you. Just if you like our music, bug your own promoters and ask them to book us. So yeah.
Nice. Speaking of DeLorean, funny thing is there was just an announcement at another festival I covered in the States called Riot Fest, that there's a new band, a debut of a band playing there. The person who formed the band, he had a whole list of demands. They're funny as shit, but one demand was that ditch the golf cart and backstage. He wants a DeLorean to go to the stage. Guess who it is? It's Captain James T. Kirk of the Enterprise. William Shatner at 95 just started a heavy metal band.
Whoa, dude, serious? I had no
dead
idea.
serious. I am dead serious.
Captain Kirk himself.
Yeah, and hold on, give him his chair back. Yo,
Sorry, we've been stealing other people's
we're
chairs for the
stealing
interview.
Give them their fucking chair back. Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
I know I
Pipeman.
told you to, but I told them not to.
He did. He actually begged us not to, but I was adamant.
So anyway, what else do you want to say about your band that they need to know? Except they need to buy your fucking merch or they can't listen to my
We
show.
have merch online.
Which is going to be available next week because we just got brand new stock and we haven't been able to work it on our Bandcamp page yet. So give it a week. Well, by the time the interview comes out, it's going to be out.
Yeah, it ran out of stock because you sold out at Wacken. Okay, tell
It did
them
run out
the
of stock.
real
Yeah.
truth. Okay?
We did run out of stock and we printed the new design. We didn't want to reprint the old one, so that took a bit of time. We got it now, and it's going to be available next week. But I don't know when you're hearing this interview, so
It'll be soon.
it'll be out.
It'll be
probably.
next week
Yeah.
sometime.
Okay, so we'll be out by the time you hear this.
There it is.
So yeah, head on to our merch site and order anything you want. You get a personalized message as well because we're the ones that's sending the merch.
I personally hand deliver everything. I'll come to your door.
do you use like a horse and buggy?
Yeah, we do it the old school way, like paper, like they used to do paper routes on the bicycle.
Yeah.
We just use the donkey because it's very cypriot
I
to ride
love
donkeys.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. Listen, speaking of that, you're in Europe. When I was walking around and I saw there was a parking lot for bicycles. You would never see that in the United States.
No, Europe is very bicycle friendly.
U.S. people are too fucking lazy. They don't even want to walk from stage to stage, much less ride their bicycle somewhere. They all need the electric bikes. That's not exercise, dude. Get a motorcycle. Be a real person.
And the very entitled with their bike lanes.
Oh, yeah.
Dare to walk on the bike lane, then you hear the bells coming.
But yet they have no problem going on the sidewalk where I am, where I fucking elbow them back into the bike lane.
I'm a cyclist, so I'm just going to stay out of this conversation.
I'll tell you what, that's why I love the Netherlands, man. I watch, it's freezing cold out, and these Dutch people...
They just get up and go to work.
And they're just like smiling, and I'm like, that's badass,
And the thing
man.
is, Netherlands is not a straight, it's not a straight country. It's full of hills.
Yeah.
And they drive the bicycle they ride is a 1 gear.
Yeah.
And they go uphill with 1 gear, -5 degrees, going to work, smiling. And I'm like, what the fuck are they on?
Right?
Amazing.
Well, I mean, they are.
They are in Amsterdam. So
So you know what? I had a nice long break, the only one of the day between interviews, and I used it for this. And now I have to actually end it because I do actually have to go to another interview.
yeah, man, we really appreciate you, man. And
That's all right. I couldn't eat that whole thing anyway. Like in the States, you pay $20 for a little slice of pizza. I paid 14 euros, and this thing was huge.
that's
Huge.
another excuse for you to move to Europe.
I'm telling you, I have my passport on me at all times if I need to make an escape because I think I'm a Jew. The next thing happening in my country is concentration camps, okay? And I'm out.
Get out as soon
Like,
as you can.
I'm moving to Germany to get away from the concentration camps. I'm just telling you.
That's a juxtaposition.
Right? You know? I mean, like, oh my God, it is pretty sad, but I love it here. And I love Wacken, and I love you guys.
We love you too, man.
I'm
And we
glad
love
you
Wacken as
stalked.
well.
I'm glad you stalked me. I'm glad I was on my break, and we got this taken care of. Look, he even has a Star of David over here.
It's hidden in the lines.
It
but
is.
Yeah.
I can see it. It does look like a Star of David on there. So see, you're my kindred spirit.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll run into you, or we will stalk you in another festival next year.
Yeah, I'll be at Bloodstock next week, so
We're gonna miss that one this year.
Yeah, well then you're fucked.
Next year, yeah.
I got another one coming up. I got Rocklahoma coming up in Labor Day weekend. That's a fun festival. Then I have Louder Than Life, Aftershock.
Ooh, busy man.
Yeah. I started in March. Like I have the longest tour ever for festivals. Like I don't even get a break. I didn't even sleep yet since I got to Germany.
Who needs a break when you're doing that life?
Yeah, it's so much fun. My youngest daughter, I'll bring her sometimes to the festival. Halfway through the first day, she's like, Dad, I don't know how you do this every weekend. I'm done already. I'm like, what do you mean you're done? I was here 4 hours before you. You moseyed in like after sleeping all morning. I already did 10 interviews. you know?
You are like a Duracell battery, man. Like
My son-in-law, we're at this festival a couple months ago, and my son-in-law tells this girl I'm with, he goes, there's 2 things you have to know about Dean. That's my real name. Don't tell anybody. Okay? And nobody can keep up with him, and he'll make sure you know it. And nothing is more true. Okay? After I do my 10 or whatever interviews today, and I'm done, I'll be out there wandering the whole holy ground. I want to touch my feet on every part of the holy ground before the end of the night.
If we see you at any point during this weekend, we'll buy you a beer.
Find me in the pits.
In the pits.
Look in the pits.
In the mosh pits of peace.
The mosh pit of peace. That is it. That's where we have to end it right there. Because you know what? You guys are the epitome of what a band should be, and what metal should be, and what moshing should be.
Thank you so much, man.
And next year, we'll see you on the main stage at Wacken.
I sure hope so, man. Sure hope so.
Thanks once again for stalking me and being on the adventures of Pipeman.
Thank you, Pipeman.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.